If you know me, or if you watch this channel at all, you know I love G.I. Joe. You can see my G.I. Joe toy box behind here. I have plenty of G.I. Joe figures on my shelf. I've opened plenty of them for this channel. I'm sitting next to a near complete Cobra Terror Drum. But before I fell in love with G.I. Joe, Masters of the Universe was my ish. I loved He-Man. I watched the cartoon. I had the He-Man toys. I had Castle Grayskull. I had a couple of the vehicles, Road Ripper. Obviously, had different Skeletors, things like that. So that was kind of like my first love in terms of toys and action figures and things like that. And I had the play tent. I remember one of my earliest memories where I was at my grandparents' house and they're watching Wheel of Fortune, and I had a play tent, like kind of one of those plastic tents. They made like G.I. Joe. They made a bunch, different brands, but my aunt was kind of like scaring me and saying boo and things like that. So I've actually only owned one of the Masters of the Universe, what they call 2000X figures. I don't think it's on here, but it was a Skeletor. I don't remember which Skeletor it was. But I got it loose and I got it for like $1 or something like that. And I don't know, I wasn't really into it. This line came out around 2002, 2003, and it's kind of what I call it 2000X because it's sort of it's not the classics line, obviously, it's not the vintage line. But early 2000s, and there are some cool sculpts. Some, I'm not a huge fan of. But I don't know, when this came out, I just wasn't digging it. I don't know why. I just didn't. But I found this recently, actually at a baseball card store here near me in Florence, Kentucky, called Planet Collectibles. They had half-off action figures. I went in, or toys, I should say. I went in, and lo and behold, they had a bunch of 2000X figures. So I grabbed a couple, decided to open this Sy-Klone because I think he's pretty cool. I think he's a cool-looking dude. It includes a sticker, an awesome sticker, not just any sticker, but an awesome sticker. This is made by Mattel, of course. And there was a cartoon that to coincide with this that I never really watched. There was a comic book that I never really read. I don't know. I just didn't really get down with it for whatever reason. So here's this awesome sticker. I don't know. I've actually been thinking about what I'm gonna do with this awesome sticker. It's got tape on the back. We'll just kind of stick it there for now. That's garbage. That's garbage. Kind of cool, cool packaging. Got this translucent thing, which I'm sure isn't too terribly cheap. And then we got the Sy-Klone figure. So here's this little disc thing, kind of like the vintage one had. You have why can't I think of the name of that? Lenticular sort of radar kind of thing. I don't really know what that is. That like the vintage one. And I think this is a really nice upgrade, or I don't know, revisioning. I don't know, modernization. I don't know what term you want to use for it. Again, some of them look kind of weird, and I realize you gotta update them, but I think some are better than others, and I think this one is really cool, and it's got the same spinning feature that the vintage one has. You can clip this guy. The shield, it's just a shield. That's all it is a shield, not a battle shield, not some kind of like Saturn ring Sy-Klone shield. It's just a shield. And then this thing can go around his neck, or his head, I guess, if I can get it on there. So it kind of snaps onto this backpack, and it's actually has a hinge. And I'm struggling to get this thing on here. But I always thought Sy-Klone was a cool looking figure. He obviously has one of those kind of punny names, Sy-Klone. But, okay, I'm afraid I'm going to break this. So I am not intelligent enough to do that. But this is a cool figure. And I'm glad to have this. This is, again, the only Masters of the Universe 2000X figure that I own. So, you know, he had a few on the shelf. There was Buzz Off, which was going to be like kind of my second choice. There was Merman, Prince Adam, which isn't really kind of anybody's favorite. I don't know. There are a few others. Evil Lynn, she was kind of cool. So no articulation at the knees and the elbows. There's leg articulation. Obviously, his waist spins at his shoulders. His head goes left and right, but it doesn't go up and down. But again, I think this is a really cool imagining, or kind of a upgrade for this figure. It looks nice. It looks swell. It looks cool on a shelf. If I can figure out this ring thing here, then that'll be extra nice. I'm just not smarter than this piece of plastic, so I will try to, I'm going to try to not break it. But thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on this awesome, masterful opening freedom for Mr. Sy-Klone here, who can now spin. I mean, he was just bound by this plastic garbage, this trash, this cell, and now he's free to spin to his heart's content, which is what he was born, made, I don't know, is he some kind of robot, but designed to do.